Blogs qualifies on pole position, with his Prema teammate Mick Schumacher making it a Prema front row lockout, Yuki Tsunoda in third, Marina Sato fourth, J-Hando Rivola fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Far out, we're away for the Monza Grand Prix, the Italian Grand Prix in F2. Mick Schumacher gets a brilliant start. He's already ahead of Joe Blogs. And is Yuki Tsunoda going to be ahead of him? No, but Joe Blogs sends it round the outside, then inside of the first chicane. Mick Schumacher and Joe Blogs are wheel to wheel now as we head up through Curva Grande. Now Joe Blogs has just got, Mick Schumacher is ahead of him. But Joe Blogs could be looking to make a move as we head down to the second chicane, and Joe Blogs is through. Joe Blogs is through, up, back into P1, Mick Schumacher in second, Yuki Tsunoda in third there. As we now head round the Lesmos, Joe Blogs is leading. We now head down this main straight. It looks like Mick Schumacher could be gaining on Joe Blogs, maybe going to make a move down into Ascari chicane. Mick Schumacher moves out down to the inside, but he can't make the move. Joe Blogs brakes later than him, and Joe Blogs is still in the lead as we head through Ascari down towards Parabolica. Mick Schumacher's got a brilliant exit off Ascari though. They're going to go side by side as we head into Parabolica. Mick Schumacher is fractionally ahead. Side by side into Parabolica. Mick Schumacher's still ahead. Mick Schumacher's still ahead. And they're going to be side by side on the exit. No, Mick Schumacher is ahead. Joe Blogs just behind him. Yuki Tsunoda could be pressuring for this battle for the lead though. Joe Blogs is going to move to the right hand side, the inside for the chicane. They're going to go wheel to wheel into the first chicane on lap 2. It's so close between the two Prema drivers battling for the lead. Mick Schumacher is still in the lead as we head down Curva Grande. And Joe Blogs in second. Is Joe Blogs going to make a move into the second chicane? He is. He's going to dive round the outside, then the inside. And Joe Blogs is into the lead of the Italian F2 feature race. Mick Schumacher is trying to find a way around the outside at the first Lesmo. Is it going to work? Not quite. He sticks a wheel or two into the gravel and the move does not work. Now we head down towards Ascari. Joe Blogs now in front of Mick Schumacher. Yuki Tsunoda still sat in third, maybe waiting for the two to make a mistake, but Mick Schumacher now is going for a move on Joe Blogs for the lead of the race. They're wheel to wheel as we head into Ascari, but Joe Blogs is still ahead of Mick Schumacher. Now we head down towards Parabolica. Mick Schumacher pressuring Joe Blogs again for the lead of the race. Are they going to go wheel to wheel into Parabolica? Yes they are. Mick Schumacher fractionally ahead there. Now Joe Blogs riding the outside of the corner. Joe Blogs is fractionally ahead, but they are... Joe Blogs is now just getting ahead of them. And now Marina Sato out of nowhere is trying to make it 3 wide into the first corner. There's a bit of contact there between Mick Schumacher and Marina Sato. It's 3 wide into the chicane. Surely this can't work. Joe Blogs is sent over the rumble strips. Marina Sato is sent back behind them. But Mick Schumacher is up into the lead of the race now. Joe Blogs trying to go around the outside of Curva Grande. It's not quite going to work there. Is he going to make it stick into the second chicane though? We're going to ride on board of him for a second, as he is going to take the lead of the race from Mick Schumacher. Or is Mick Schumacher going to get past him now? So we head into the first Lesmo. Yes, Mick Schumacher is now ahead. Marina Sato is suddenly up to P3. He managed to get past Yuki Tsunoda. Now Joe Blogs trying to get back to Mick Schumacher. He's going to have the DRS open now. This is going to give him a big advantage up to Ascari. On Mick Schumacher. His Prema teammate is going to go for it at Ascari. Mick Schumacher forced wide by Joe Blogs, but Joe Blogs is now through into the lead of the race. Mick Schumacher down to second. Marina Sato still sitting in third. J-Hando Rivola has now got ahead of his Carlin teammate Yuki Tsunoda up to fourth. Around Parabolica we go. On to lap 4, Joe Bloggs is leading still from Mick Schumacher, and then Marina Sato rounding off the podium. Behind us, Jehan Deravula could be pressuring Marina Sato for the final podium position. It's not going to quite work. Marina Sato still in third, but Mick Schumacher has closed up that gap to Joe Bloggs. As we're on the halfway point of the race, is Mick Schumacher going to try and move into the second chicane? Not quite. Joe Bloggs outbreaks him. Joe Bloggs is still in the lead of the race. We ride on board with him for a second. Now we head around the first Lesmo. Mick Schumacher on the inside. Oh, they make contact there. They're going to be side by side coming into the second Lesmo. Joe Bloggs still ahead. Mick Schumacher is fractionally ahead, and they make a little bit of contact there. But Mick Schumacher is going to have DRS down the straight as we head down to Ascari. That's going to be bad for Joe Bloggs. Marina Sato could be pressuring him. Not quite, but Joe Bloggs has gone around the outside of Mick Schumacher and is now into the lead of the race through Ascari. This is a titanic battle for the lead between the two Prema drivers, Joe Bloggs and Mick Schumacher. I think this could go on for the whole race. Now Mick Schumacher's pressuring Joe Bloggs, not quite going to work through Parabolica. So we now head on to lap 5, down the main straight. Mick Schumacher with his DRS wide open. Can he get past Joe Bloggs? Not quite. Joe Bloggs putting a wheel in the dirt, drifting it through the beginning of the chicane there, but Mick Schumacher's coming back at him on the exit of the corner. Round Curva Grande we go. It's going to be close. Joe Bloggs going slightly wide there, but he's still in the lead. He's going to take to the outside. Mick Schumacher isn't going to try and move here into the second chicane. But Joe Bloggs still leading. Mick Schumacher in second, the Prema teammate. And then Marina Sato in third. You can see the two Prema drivers now heading down this straight. Mick Schumacher is going to have DRS on Joe Bloggs. This could be very beneficial for Mick Schumacher if he wants to win this race. Heading down to Ascari. Mick Schumacher still too far back to make a move, but Joe Bloggs goes wide. Joe Bloggs went wide through Ascari. Mick Schumacher nearly got the lead of the race back, but Mick Schumacher might have better exit speed from Ascari and now could have a go at Joe Bloggs for the race lead into Parabolica. It's so close between the two Prema drivers. But is Mick Schumacher ahead? Yes, he is. Mick Schumacher is ahead of Joe Bloggs. Now as we head on to lap 6, Joe Bloggs is just fractionally ahead of Mick Schumacher. Marina Sato and Jehan Deravula. Marina Sato jumps ahead for Mick Schumacher for a second there. Marina Sato is trying to nip his front wing in to see if he can get a position in this fight, but Mick Schumacher is now back ahead of Joe Bloggs. Mick Schumacher is leading this race, and Joe Bloggs in second, Marina Sato in third. Marina Sato is just trying to annoy the two Prema drivers, see if he can make a bit of a difference. It's not quite working though. The two Prema drivers are set on each other. Joe Bloggs goes down the inside of the second chicane and is now ahead of his teammate Mick Schumacher. As we head on to the first Lesmo, and Joe Bloggs has a good gap to Mick Schumacher now. But Mick Schumacher will have DRS on this straight. On Joe Bloggs, this could be very beneficial once again for Mick Schumacher. He's going to try and move into Ascari on Joe Bloggs. No, he's not. Joe Bloggs still leading this race through Ascari chicane then. But Mick Schumacher, maybe he could hopefully get a better exit for Mick Schumacher. Hopefully that is. Is he going to be close enough to make a move on Joe Bloggs at Parabolica? No. Joe Bloggs is still leading through Parabolica. Mick Schumacher's chasing him down there. Mick Schumacher is going to have the DRS. He's very close now. He's going to have DRS on this straight. Mick Schumacher pulls to the right hand side. Mick Schumacher is through. Mick Schumacher is ahead of Joe Bloggs, but Joe Bloggs is going to move to the inside. He's going to dive down the inside of Mick Schumacher. There was a lock up from Mick Schumacher there, but Mick Schumacher stays to the inside. They are really close, wheel to wheel, as we head down Curva Grande. Mick Schumacher is fractionally ahead of Joe Bloggs. And now we head down to the second chicane. Who's going to make a move? It's going to be Joe Bloggs. Joe Bloggs make a move in the second chicane. Marina Sato trying to put some pressure on Mick Schumacher, but Joe Bloggs is ahead. He's into the lead of the race. Mick Schumacher has dropped down into P2 now. This is an awfully humongous battle for the race lead. But now, of course, Mick Schumacher is going to have DRS down this straight on Joe Bloggs. Is this going to be beneficial for Mick Schumacher? Who knows? Is Mick Schumacher going to try a long dive into Ascari? No, he's not. As we now head down this small straight towards Parabolica, Mick Schumacher's pulling out to the right hand side, to the inside. Is he gonna go for a move on Joe Bloggs at Parabolica on lap 7? They are wheel to wheel heading around Parabolica, but Mick Schumacher is fractionally ahead. Joe Bloggs rides the AstroTurf round. He's lost a lot of time there, and now Mick Schumacher is far ahead, and Mick Schumacher is going to have the DRS. As we head on to the final lap now, Joe Bloggs, he sends it round the outside out of nowhere, but Mick Schumacher keeps the lead. Marina Sato still trying to pressure. Jehan Duravula is also there. Jehan Duravula temporarily up to P3, but Joe Bloggs is ahead of Mick Schumacher now going around Curva Grande. Marina Sato's got back past Jehan Duravula, but Mick Schumacher is ahead of Joe Bloggs as we head down to the second chicane. But Joe Bloggs outbreaks his teammate Mick Schumacher into the second chicane on the last lap. This is a huge battle for the lead. Who will win this race? Nobody knows. Joe Bloggs and Mick Schumacher going wheel to wheel through the Lesmos, but Mick Schumacher pops ahead of Joe Bloggs briefly through the Lesmos. Now Joe Bloggs is going to have DRS on Mick Schumacher on this straight for the final time. As we head down to Ascari for the final time, is Joe Bloggs going to make a move? Oh, did they make contact there? Joe Bloggs went onto the grass, but Joe Bloggs makes it round the outside of Mick Schumacher and is into the lead of the race. So we now head down to Parabolica. Mick Schumacher putting a load of pressure onto Joe Bloggs. See if he can get the race lead on the final corner. This is going to be absolutely insane. They are wheel to wheel heading into Parabolica, but Joe Bloggs is still ahead. He's still ahead. He's still ahead. Again, riding the AstroTurf, going a little bit wide, but it's going to be Joe Bloggs who takes the checkered flag and wins here in Monza. Wins for Prema. Mick Schumacher in P2. He makes it a 1-2 for the Prema team in their home race here in Monza, and that does mean now, if we go to the championship standings, that Joe Bloggs is 63 points ahead of Mick Schumacher. Joe Bloggs cannot be caught by Mick Schumacher in the drivers' standings, so Joe Bloggs has won the Formula 2 championship.